Hello, hello, hello. We're gonna do it a little different. I'm gonna edit this real quick. Wait. Welcome in, Remy. Welcome in. Welcome in. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. I'm going ahead and putting my stuff on here. So 1 second. How's everybody going? Sorry, 1 second. All right, I think that's good enough. All right. Sorry, guys. I gotta get stuff going. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys like the video when you come in here. Make sure you guys like the video. We're gonna pick up where we left off yesterday with the Candace Owens thing. I already ate lunch, so I don't have to cook myself nothing. So today is going good. What are you talking about, Reginald? You got me tripping out sometimes. Well, we are gonna go ahead and start this. I'll give a monologue in a second. So as you know, yesterday we were going through and we were as you know, we are going through Candace Owens' video. She's out for blood. She's exposing everybody. I mean, this is not a joke. I really think that she is out for revenge. For her fallen comrade, for her fallen friend. I think that she truly is out for blood. Exposing everybody. Tucker Carlson. Um, the billionaires, the donors, everybody. Exposing that they're putting pressure on Charlie. Telling Turning Point USA yesterday she had a 250,000 live viewers. That is wild. Um, I went on to listen to what she was saying yesterday, and she had a quarter million live viewers, y'all. I think she is definitely getting the attention she wants, right? 250,000 live viewers at the end when she stopped. It was just wild. I mean, when I first got it, it was like 160,000, and now it's a quarter million. So I don't know, but we're gonna go ahead and get into this. Oh shit, sorry. Anyone that's new to the stream, make sure you guys say what's up in the chat. Double tap the screen, man. Show some love and support. Thank you for giving me your time. Hit the notification bell so you can always be part of every single live stream. Much love. Welcome to the See Me Now Media family. Join the fam. Let's go. All right, we're gonna go ahead and watch this. Let me go ahead and get this going here real quick. All right, y'all.
And by the way,
I got YouTube Premium this time, so we are straight. Let's go.
the photo of the rifle allegedly left in the woods has the barrel installed. So we're supposed to believe a guy is on the run after killing Charlie Kirk, and he pauses in the woods to reinstall a barrel.
We're gonna go ahead and change how the camera is real quick. It's not how I want it to be. Oops. Can we put it on the top here or something? I'm just gonna automatically go to the bottom. Can I do this at least? I wish I could go on the top, bro. This is Oh, I can. All right. Well, we're doing great. We're lit. Let's go.
And he leaves it for us to find, the FBI to find. I don't believe a word of it. I shouldn't do this. I know I'm putting myself at risk, but I can't take it anymore. I can't take the bullshit from this fucking government. It's lying to us. Something's wrong.
Again, guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you guys double tap that screen, get those likes up, show some love and support, man. I appreciate every single one of you guys for stopping in. I hope everybody's having a fantastic work week. God bless everybody. Welcome in Remy. Welcome in Reggie. Hopefully everybody else pops in. Go ahead and show some love and support, man. God bless everybody. I'm gonna mute my mic real quick, do a little bit of promotion on the stream. Let's listen to what they have to say. Love y'all.
Something's so wrong. It's sickening.
Sickening is definitely the right adjective, I think, to describe how a lot of us are feeling. And all I know how to do is to gather information, to research, and to investigate. And nothing is making sense. Now, it could not be making sense because we've not arrived at the conclusion. The FBI, I will say, has recently come out and said they're looking for another person. Good, because what we have so far obviously cannot be it. I feel I was insisting that everybody read that book, Chaos, about the Charles Manson murders. And what we learn from that book is that if the government does want to hide something, what they do is they give you so much information that you don't even know what's real. So many different possible ways that things could have gone down, so many different manners, so many people speaking, so many publications publishing. And it's just meant to be chaotic, to drive you crazy and to just go, okay, I'm just going to accept whenever the authority says something and not prod any further. We can't allow that to happen here. I won't allow that to happen here because something terrible has traumatized the world, okay? And I feel as though when it comes to this, the media, the government, the talking heads, everyone is confusing us about what actually took place with Charlie Kirk, this event, how it got set up. I even would like to know who picked the venue. Okay. Here is what we know thus far. And I will tell you who the exact source is and what video they presented. So the first bit of proof regarding that day happened at 8:07 a.m. According to TMZ, they have footage, and we're going to show you it, which shows a man at 8:07 a.m., so hours before the shooting, wearing a maroon t-shirt and light shorts, as you were seeing on your screen right now, hands in his pockets, that is just walking outside of university grounds, okay? Now, Governor Cox tells us that at 8:29, which is an interesting timeline, Governor Cox tells us that is when the shooter, Tyler Robinson, arrived at UVU campus in a plain maroon t-shirt, light-colored shorts, and a black hat with a white logo. So essentially, he's saying that that person we saw walking down the street right there arrived on campus at 8:29. I'm going to allow you to hear Governor Cox say that himself. Take a listen.
Investigators reviewed additional video footage from UVU surveillance and identified Robinson arriving on UVU campus in a gray Dodge Challenger at approximately 8:29 a.m. on September 10th, in which he is observed on video in a plain maroon t-shirt, light-colored shorts, a black hat with a white logo, and light-colored shoes.
So what's interesting, already confusing to me, is that TMZ shows him already walking. We're supposed to believe he walked, parked his car, and then walked onto campus. They're saying that after that video that you just saw of him walking, he got into his car and then drove to campus. And then at 8:29 p.m. on campus is when he arrives. Already confusing, but let's just keep going. We don't need to poke holes. Let's just keep going with the narrative. Then we're back to TMZ, and they release that at 11:49 a.m., they have footage of the shooter.
Welcome in, Anna. Much love, much love. Sorry, y'all, I had to do a little bit of promotion for the stream. Much love to y'all that are in here, though. Make sure you guys double tap that screen, show some love and support. If you're new to the channel, make sure you join the family, man. I already ate lunch, so I got plenty of time to chill with y'all today. Got about another hour. Let's dive into the rest of this video, then let's get to the next one. Like I said, man, Candace Owens was peaked at 250,000 live viewers yesterday. My cat's going crazy over there. Oh my God. Shit's going wild. So, yeah, show some love and support, man. I wish I could fix where my camera's at. I don't know why I can't. So, can we do this, please? Are we good now? Can we continue to stream this?
Who has now changed his outfit.
There we go. I think we're good. I just gotta bring myself over a little bit to be real with you. No, it looks all right. All right, but yeah, much love to everybody, man. Double tap that screen, show some love, support, man. If you're new to the stream, double tap that screen, hit the subscribe button, join the family, man. Candace Owens is out for blood. Don't blame her. Let's finish this.
We're supposed to gather that again on a doorbell cam, and he's in a different outfit. So this is 11:49 a.m. Charlie Kirk has not yet been shot. Take a look at this. Okay, and for those of you that are listening to this on audio, you are going to see someone who appears to be limping. Okay, so maybe he changed his outfit at some point and now he's limping. And the idea that we're seeing floated is that he's limping because he's holding the gun in his pants. Okay, that's kind of what's been floated. Okay, that has not particularly come from the feds. I don't believe so, but he's limping now and he's got on a different outfit. Okay. 11:52 a.m. And we were actually going to check this, by the way, but I think that we had the FBI say that was when he arrived on campus. Maybe that's not accurate. But so let me just skip off of that because Skylar, we should actually look to research that. But at 12:23 p.m. is when Charlie Kirk is shot. Okay. And 12:23 p.m. is when that in that same minute.
I'm sorry, Reginald. I wasn't meaning to ignore you, man. When I'm doing like these shorts trying to promote, I ain't trying to ignore you, bro. But shout out you, shout out Anna. Much love to you guys. Let's continue this, man.
Is when we have footage that shows us that as the crowd ducks and it's blurry, the shooter runs across the rooftop. I'm going to tell you why that's significant. So 12:23, Charlie Kirk is shot, and we are going to have an angle of that and the image of the black person in black, rather, that is running across the rooftop. Take a look at this. They're down, clearly. And right away, look at that, okay? And we have another, so the footage shows us, there's another actually clip that I was looking for, Skylar, there, that it actually shows him running across the rooftop. You guys may have seen it. The reason why that footage is problematic, as you start to see them ducking and then you see the shooter immediately start moving across the rooftop, is that their narrative is that he disassembled the gun and then started running. So that's a bit confusing to us of how he was able to do that so quickly. An unbelievable amount of hunters, guns, people that reached out to me and said, that just didn't happen. They have exactly as Michael said, that did not happen. There is no way that happened. That cannot be accurate. Then, and this is obviously the craziest part of everything, we have Decoy Boy, right? So it happens and suddenly this guy, George Zinn, gets arrested. He's making noise. He's signaling that he's somehow shot the guy. And at 12:52, it gets announced that the suspect is in custody. So nobody needs to look around anymore because this suspect is in custody. But actually, I guess.
Hey, if you're new to the channel, make sure you guys go ahead and hit the subscribe button, man. Show some love and support, man. Hit the subscribe button. Double tap that screen. It takes 2 seconds. Double tap that screen, man. Show some love, man.
George Zinn just does that. He just does that, I guess, like just wants people to think he's done something but he hasn't actually done anything. That again, to me, feels like he's a decoy. Like more people are involved in this. And I will say that we don't know, but we know that something's wrong with this. Then at 12:29 p.m., we have TMZ showing us that there's a person running through the backyard. They are saying this appears to be the suspect running. Okay, now we're going to show you that clip. It is very grainy. So they're alleging that that's him. We couldn't confirm that, and the feds have not confirmed that. But it does show you that someone's running across the back. Again, the feds have not. So they're the suspect running. Okay, now we're going to show you that clip. It is very grainy. So they're alleging that that's him. We couldn't confirm that, and
that is like very grainy. Oh my god, I just don't understand how they even got this. You know,
feds have not confirmed that, but it does show you that someone's running across the back. Again, that's at 12:29 p.m. I don't know.
You guys didn't notice I did get YouTube Premium, so yeah, I did get YouTube Premium. You guys are lucky too. I was gonna go to the gym today and not even stream, but my back is just shooting down, so I'm probably just gonna have to go later after a certain amount of stuff goes on. But yeah, much love to you guys, man. Let's continue. Anyone that's new to the channel, double tap that screen, man. Hit the subscribe button. No matter what, I'm always gonna try and bring you the best content. So make sure you guys go ahead and Show some support to your boy, man. Double tap that screen. Yeah, I know, Anna. Hey, I finally made the step to do it, so we're good. Man, y'all need to talk in the chat more.
Don't
For real,
know.
for real. That's why I got my phone down here.
I'll
I'm
give you
trying
some
to
other
respond to
facts that
you.
you should probably know
Trying to
just in
respond.
general that has been thus far confirmed. The weapon, they say, was found in the woods and it was wrapped by a dark towel. Okay, now when they gave us a photo of that weapon, it was fully assembled. So this is kind of what Michael Savage is saying. He's saying, okay, so then they reassembled it, or maybe the feds did. Maybe they're going to clarify that they reassembled it for a photograph, but we are told that it was found wrapped in a dark towel. Then we have been told that a screwdriver was found on the roof. So they're sticking to this implication that he perhaps undid this gun while he was on the rooftop, and he, wanted to make sure he unscrewed it with the screwdriver, left the screwdriver behind, but took the gun, but then left the gun in the woods. Okay. Then we get, and this has not been contextualized, and I can't wait until it is contextualized, we get photos that are the shooter. This is when the FBI came out and said he's in a stairwell. We don't know exactly where that stairwell is. He's in outfit number 2. So the outfit change has happened. Okay. There's no timeline again, but we can discern that there is no weapon that is in his.
And people are saying that this is AI generated on his shirt. I mean, look at that shirt, dude. And then there's other photos where it's clear that it's like an eagle here. And then it has, I can't remember the exact sayings, but it has 2 sentences of sayings here. This just does not look at all like a real shirt. I mean, that definitely looks AI generated. Like once I seen that little the pictures and all that, yeah, I don't know. These shirts definitely seem sus to me. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, these pictures on you can't even see no writing. This looks all messed up. And not let alone, hopefully she goes through the fact that this guy in these pictures does not look like the Tyler Robinson guy that they have in custody. It does not. I mean, you look at the facial features, you look at the ears, the jawline, everything. You know what I mean? It just does not look like the Tyler guy. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, double tap that screen, try and get those likes up, man. Show some love and support. God bless everybody. Hope everybody's having a blessed day. Let's continue.
Pant leg, because we can see him bending one leg in one photo and we can see him bending the other leg in another photo. So
you can kind of see the sentences I'm talking about in the bottom right here and then right here. It's like you don't see them here. You kind of see it here. But they're different sizes, it looks like. I don't know.
Unclear about this. What is clear is that there is a ton of cameras on this campus. There is a lot of footage that they could.
Well, I agree. And then that guy that he was debating with the blowhorn at that one campus, I mean, the pictures are circulating around. That definitely would look more like him than that Tyler guy. And what's crazy, too, is that Tyler Robinson's first court appearance yesterday, there was only like 2 seconds of him being on video, like barely even talking, like showing what he looks like. Now, I wonder if they're trying to hide him in a way. I don't know. He appeared for like most of the time the camera was on the judge. Like he only was on camera for like what 2 seconds from what I seen of the video. I had to run somewhere after like half of it, but
could release to make the public feel better about this. I mean, tons of different angles. I don't know why we're getting grainy shots at all. There have been tons of people online going through the tech stack of UVU campus and saying like, hey, why are we getting grainy? Why don't you give us clearer images? In fact, you guys could show us an image here. They're not doing that. They're just going with this like grainy image and saying that's it. And
they're going to release what they want to release, folks. Period.
Get this grainy image, but we can't tell you much more. Now, again, it's an open investigation. They're under a lot of pressure. There is no question. I'm certainly not going to let this go. And I want the public to not let this go because you were spiritually impacted by watching a man be publicly executed. And you need to keep that energy and understand that something is very wrong here. Nothing they are saying feels good to me. Honestly, the thing that they said that felt the best to me is when they said that there's probably somebody else involved. That sounds about right. 2 people, maybe these aren't even the same people. Maybe the guy in the maroon is not the same as the guy in the black shirt. That would make sense, because why change your outfit? Both of these look like you would blend in on a college campus. So why are you blending in twice? Does that make any sense to you? Why would you change your outfit? It's like a random fashion show while you're going to murder someone. I just want to change my outfit for funsies. And then we hear that Tyler Robinson, when he is apprehended, it is communicated to us that he is wearing the maroon outfit. Now, I want to be clear. They said this was 33 hours later. So he changed his outfit, I mean, ostensibly because he wants to avoid detection, would be the only thing that's, I think, is reasonable to assume. But then he changes back into the outfit that he was wearing before the shooting. For what reason? 33 hours later, like no shower time. He just wanted them to know that it was him on the camera. That's not clear to me. Why are we changing outfits? Are we just 2 different people? I think it's reasonable to ask that question. Are there 2 different people that are involved?
Well, and they said they had foreign intelligence. So, I mean, like, why would they let that slip? I feel like that was a slip. I agree, Reginald, for sure. But I feel like that was a slip when they said they have foreign intelligence too. Why would they say that? Like, what? Foreign intelligence means you have someone trying to help lead the investigation. So we all know what what foreign intelligence that is. If you're new to the stream, double tap the screen, man. Show some love and support right now.
Another thing that's not clear to me is that the story that we were told was that Tyler Robinson allegedly, after speaking with the pastor, his dad turned him in. Bill Ackman, probably $1 million, right? Thanks, Bill. You really cared about Charlie. And that money is now going to the father of this child, who, after prayer and speaking to a pastor, they're saying, okay, well, we then, he turned himself in. That we were told he turned himself in. Now we're being told that actually he hasn't confessed. So I'm just wondering, how do you turn yourself in without confessing? Because if I say my kid did it, that's enough for an arrest? What if the kid says?
That's what I said. I was like, yeah, well, it's kind of crazy that the only reason why they got this guy is because apparently it was told that he did it, like the text message chain and all this other stuff. I don't know. It just seems a little suspicious, y'all. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Everything just kind of stinks. Like, I've never heard of someone politically doing like assassinating someone, and then they catch him in 33 hours because he told his dad. His dad turned him in. Like, I don't know. I don't know. And the fact that she's thinking that there's 2 people, I agree. I don't know. It just stinks a lot, man. Like, I don't know. It really doesn't seem like that's the guy, but he could be it. Maybe the other guy is the guy with the blower, and I don't know. But why was there no video of the arrest? Why was there no? Why hasn't the autopsy report came out yet? That's for sure.
They didn't do it. I didn't do it. Dad says you did. Okay, how did they arrest him without a confession? I'm going to show you Governor Cox's statement where he says that the kid is not confessed. Take a listen.
I know you heard that report by Matt Gutman and this latest reporting in the New York Times that some of the suspects' acquaintances were allegedly talking to him online and joking and thought they recognized him from those early photos. Can you tell us anything about that this morning or anything further on the investigation?
Well, all we can confirm is that those conversations definitely were happening, and they did not believe it was actually him. It was all joking until he admitted that it actually was him.
And anything new on the investigation? You say he admitted that, confessed?
No, not again. He is not confessed to authorities. He is.
All right, let's go to the other video quick. Yeah, let's go to the other video quick. I feel like we're kind of ran our course with that one. So, was it a live stream? There we go.
Right now to wake up, because I am telling you,
Agreed,
well,
Reginald.
it's going to be
Agreed,
a heck of a
Anna.
Tuesday for us.
If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys double tap that screen, show some love and support, man. Hit the notification bell so you can always be in every single live. Join one of the most positive, fastest growing communities on YouTube. Appreciate everybody for showing your time here. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you're with me. Double tap that screen. It takes 2 seconds to tap it twice, hit the subscribe button, and join the family, man.
Guys, where should we begin? I'll tell you this, something is not right. Something is not right. And I am going to need you, whoever it is that's listening to this podcast right now, to wake up. Because I am telling you, this is not a battle between left and right. We all thought that at some point. We believed that. You're my enemy, you're my enemy. It is not a battle between Russia, Ukraine. I don't care what your political issue of the day is. What is happening right now in the world and what just happened to my friend Charlie Kirk is a battle of sheer evil versus goodness. What do I have for you guys today? Okay, well, first and foremost, the indictment against Tyler Robinson was just released, and I have a lot of questions that I think need to be answered regarding his trans boyfriend, Lance Twiggs. Well, I just spoke to a family member who told me a lot about Lance Twiggs because the media is kind of presenting him as this do-gooder. You might be interested to know that his family has a different perspective. Also, Turning Point employees are contacting me, a lot of them, okay? And I am not liking what I am hearing from them about things that took place leading up to that Hamptons event, some changes at the organization in the months leading up to that event, and what had been happening more broadly at the company over the last.
See, I just think that she's every day. Like yesterday, she had 250,000 live viewers. Like, I joined her stream, and she was at like 160. I was like, holy crap! I was like, she is like definitely like making people want to watch, right? So then I go on to watch her when I get back home, right, from work, and she's at 250,000. That is insane. I put my gain down a little bit. That's just crazy. Like 250K is wild. Like she, I don't know what money she made off the stream. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's for Charlie Kirk, but holy shit! I mean, she had 250,000 live viewers. Her chat was going crazy. I mean, she's opening up a can of worms, man. She's not going to stop, and I only see it getting bigger and bigger, and I hope she's going to stay safe, man. If you're new to the stream, double tap that screen, show some love, support. Hit the subscribe button. Let's go, man.
Last year.
Let's do
Speaking
it
of
up.
which, Bill Ackman, you may have caught that he responded to me about the Hamptons with a lot of words to really say nothing at all. And I want to be clear, I am not done, okay?
So Bill Ackman apparently just, if you guys don't know who Bill Ackman is, he's basically this millionaire who throws, or billionaire, we should say, who throws his money and power around like it's nothing. And people always have wondered where, like Tucker Carlson came under scrutiny when he was questioning, well, where's his money coming from? So if you guys aren't caught up, there's this Hamptons situation where apparently Charlie went to the Hamptons, had a meeting. He was getting that pressure from donors. He was invited, like when when Netanyahu said that he was invited to the White House, that was true, but it wasn't in a kind way. It was more like in a threatening way. So he went, allegedly, he went to the Hamptons. The donors were putting pressure on him. He ended up denying going and denying the money, denying a lot of money. Bill Ackman ended up flipping out on Charlie Kirk. And then when Charlie Kirk got unalived, Bill Ackman went to Twitter and said, I was blessed to spend one day with this guy. He is a he is a giant of a man. And so then Candace Owen screenshot it, sent it to another person and said, what's this about? They had a bad conflict at the Hamptons. So why is he posting so positively about him? This is kind of odd. No one was answering. She made the video she made the day before yesterday, exposing it, calling out Tucker Carlson, calling out Turn Point USA. Just very, very mad. You can go watch my yesterday stream. I covered it if you haven't already watched it and got caught up. So that's where we're at. So she's talking about Bill Ackman replying to her. Let's get into it. She's opened up a can of worms. She is exposing these people for who they are, and I am so freaking happy because we need to wake up. Charlie was getting pressured by donors, millions of dollars, we can make Turning Point USA bigger. Just come to Auschwitz, she said, right? So anyone that's new to the stream, man, hit the subscribe button for everyday content. We like to find the truth. We like to say the truth. We like to be positive community only, positive dialogue only in the chat. I love you guys. Let's continue. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell, join the family. We're on the road to 10K. Help me get to 10K. Let's go.
Hey, I'm coming for everybody.
I'm
Charlie
coming
Kirk's
for
death is
everybody. I'm
really
coming
just
for everybody.
a
I love to
beginning.
hear it, Candace.
So welcome back.
She is a very beautiful girl. I'm not gonna lie. I've always thought Candace is beautiful.
Let's start with some major updates regarding the Charlie Kirk case. First and foremost, what always stood out to us about this shooting was decoy boy, right? We're all on social media. We all watch the news. We have all, whether we wanted to or not, witnessed, thanks to social media and the news, a lot of shootings, whether it's gang related or otherwise. And I have to say, I don't know if I'm the only one, never in my entire life have I seen a situation when a shooting happens and then somebody completely unrelated to the shooting that just happened jumps up and down and says that they did it and gets arrested for saying that they did it, implying that they
Yeah, and if you guys don't know, this guy was apparently at the 9/11 attacks. He made claims to the police that he seen the plane hit the tower. He was also at the Boston Marathon bombings, right? And he was also at another major event. Um, it's crazy, you know, and he is one of them boys from Israel, right? So it's kind of, you know, crazy that the Patsy is from there or has ties to there, and he is also has ties to all these other major life-changing events that happened in the United States. Um, you asked you asked the AI bot, whatever his name is, and he said it's 0.00002 out of a billion chance he would be there. And I agree, Anna. She is stunning. Much love to you guys, man. Let's keep going.
did it. Well, for whatever reason, George Zinn, who is a 71-year-old man, was moved to do that, right? Instantly.
It's crazy too because he says, "I did it, I did it, I did it." The cops ran up on you. You didn't even see he had a weapon. Like, what do you mean you did it? Like, I don't know. I agree. They're all their energy should have been focused somewhere else. Period.
Charlie Kirk gets shot. Suddenly, the 71-year-old man jumps up and creates what is obviously some sort of a distraction. Okay, we have eyes. We can see that. That's not normal. He creates a distraction. So let's just take a look at this clip of him being arrested in the aftermath of the shooting.
That's the right to remain silent.
Well, now it's about to get even stranger because since he's been arrested, he's now facing charges of obstruction of justice because he didn't do it, right? Why would you do that? Why would you obstruct justice in this manner? And now, in addition to those charges, we learn that he's been harboring images of child abuse. Okay. He has kiddie porn. This is the headline. I can't make
Oh my
this up.
God.
Man arrested for allegedly faking confession to Charlie Kirk's killing. George Zinn, accused of obstructing justice, was also booked in connection with images on his cell phone related to child abuse. Okay. So we learn from this article that after being arrested, the 71-year-old man for this second-degree felony, which is obstruction of justice, he was also, when the police had approached him, he was being weird about giving them his cell phone. Okay, so they took him into custody. They treated him for a medical condition, and then,
Dude, that's wild. So now he was the patsy, the distraction. Now he has CP on his phone. Man, it just gets crazy and crazier, man. Straight up. This is a wild. There's gonna be so much more stuff that comes out, y'all. Wild.
they start asking this guy questions about, what are you doing? Can we see your cell phone? And he's being really cagey.
That's what I'm saying, pimp name. Welcome to the channel. Make sure you guys double tap that screen. If you guys are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, notification bell, so you can always be part of every single stream. Double tap screen. It takes 2 seconds. Double tap. Show some love and support. Yeah. First of all, the text messages were wild to read. To me, they just look completely scripted. Not only that, but the timeline along a lot of the paperwork, just, they were pretty exact in the beginning. Then they just tried to get off track and put in whatever they wanted. So yeah, pimp name 24K. I agree, dude. Like, yeah, I don't know. It just stinks. Like I said, man, I don't know what to think. But what I do know is I don't trust anything I'm told from the government right now about it. That's just my opinion. Allegedly, this is all just my opinion. So YouTube, don't come down on me. This is just my opinion. I talk for entertainment purposes only. Let's keep going.
About giving
Welcome to the
over
channel.
his
Subscribe.
cell phone. They're like, okay, we're trying to get to the bottom of why you would stand up and scream, shoot me, immediately following the aftermath of this murder. Okay. And what they discover is that when asked by an officer, okay, after they figure out that like he's not being cooperative, is that he has images. He has images of kiddie porn. There's no other way to say this, of related to child abuse on his cell phone. Now, what does that tell you about this guy? Okay. What does it tell you about George Zinn? What that signals to me about George Zinn is that I've read a lot about Jeffrey Epstein. I've read a lot about blackmail operations. The people they tend to go after are people who are into children. Full stop. Now, I'm not saying, I obviously, he's just been charged here, so I guess we have to say allegedly, but that's what's coming out now, that they found images on his cell phone. So this guy who is into this sort of thing, we also figure out that in the past, he has given interviews related to September 11th and Al-Qaeda. He is in Utah and he is obstructing justice. And he also happens to have this totally disgusting addiction of some description. I'm assuming it's an addiction, and that's what he's harboring. He's harboring child abuse images on his phone. That's what I'm going to tell you. That's my instinct immediately. I don't like this guy.
So you guys, let me know your thoughts on that down in the comments below. They allegedly found that on his phone. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. I'll respond.
Is suspect, okay? Something to watch. Now, in terms of this indictment, now that we can formally read the indictment, there's been a lot that's been said that I think a lot of the miscommunication is perhaps coming from Governor Cox. I think he, in and of himself, I probably should look into Governor Cox. I'm not sure why he said some things that are apparently untrue. Maybe he misspoke. I understand there's a lot of pressure when it comes to this investigation. But let's just take us through this indictment. I think it's important for us to go through it so that we can see the setup here of what took place on September 10th. Now, first, they provide basically an overview in this indictment.
I'm glad I got YouTube Premium,
probable cause statement. They tell us that basically after 33 hours, they really love saying it, 33 hours. I don't know why they keep signaling that to us. On September 11, 2025, when Tyler James Robinson surrendered to police at Washington County Sheriff's Office. That was when it happened. They found DNA consistent with Robinson on the rifle trigger. After shooting Mr. Kirk, Robinson hid the gun. They're going to get into that. Discarded the clothing that he was wearing when he fired the rifle, and he told his lover/roommate to delete incriminating text messages and not to speak with police. And also, they will be charging him count 6 because children were present at the time of the shooting. Okay, now to get through this, we are told that the suspect, after this shooting took place, that there was a police officer who immediately looked upward and realized that he had heard the sign of a rifle, knew that it was obviously coming from the rooftops. They then began crawling through the footage to see what had happened. They tell us that this discovery led to an intensive review. Let me go actually back up to this paragraph. Police reviewed surveillance from the camera that was covering the roof and discovered that it recorded an individual that was dressed in dark clothing who had crossed the railing from the public walkway and dropped onto the roof at approximately 12:15 p.m. Now, just to very quickly, I'm going to just tell you, according to our timeline, we know that Charlie gets shot at 12:23 p.m. So they're now telling us that he was on that roof since 12:15 p.m. So he's setting up that shot, we can assume, for about 8 minutes. Okay.
Yo, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, join the family, join the most positive, fastest growing community on YouTube. Double tap that screen. It takes 2 seconds to double tap that screen, man. Say what's up in the chat. So show some love and support. What's up, Great Ride? Welcome to the family, man. Hit the subscribe button, double tap that screen. Much love to everybody.
Okay. It goes on, although the
story just keeps getting wilder and wilder. Let's buckle up for the ride together.
Individual moved out of the camera's view for a short time. The camera again captured the individual running across the roof and then low crawling to the area that the officer had recognized as where the suspected sniper had dropped into a prone shooting position. After a short time, which matches the known time of the shot, the individual arose and then ran across the roof to the northeast. So nothing in here implies that he had, taken apart the shotgun. That just seems to be now removed from the narrative altogether. It goes on to read that this discovery led to an intensive review of UVU surveillance recordings to attempt to track and identify the suspect. Surveillance revealed the following: that at approximately 11:51 a.m., the suspect had entered campus from the north. He is wearing a black shirt with an American flag in its center, a dark baseball cap, large sunglasses. Throughout the surveillance, the suspect keeps his head down and rarely raises his head enough to get a clear image of his face. As he proceeds across the campus, he is seen walking with an unusual gait. The suspect walks with very little bending in his right leg, consistent with a rifle being hidden in his pants. This unusual gait continues until the suspect is seen.
So you guys think that no one would notice this? Like, you think that this guy walking around, there wouldn't be more people coming out saying, "Yeah, I seen him coming in," or not one person. Like when he was running away, right? He got off that roof. He was running away. I mean, there was cars driving by him. Like he was running away in the clothes, whatever. There was even when a car was driving by him, he turned the other way. Like there's not any eyewitness account saying, "Yeah, I seen him running this way," or "I seen him at this spot before Charlie Kirk was shot," or you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. To me, it's just like wild. But you only hear what they want you to hear.
Crossing the railing off the open walkway and onto the roof where he leaves the camera's view. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to say is they've only sent us screenshots, right? We've only seen a picture of him coming up the staircase. It looked to me like both his legs were bending. I don't see why they don't just release. Why don't they just release this fully so we can make sure that this is the same person that we
Bro, there is nothing in his pants. Like there's nothing anywhere on this guy.
see walking across with a limp, right? That footage, which was provided by TMZ. Also, you will notice that nowhere in this indictment as we go on are they going to mention which Governor Cox spoke about. Like first he came in a different outfit. Remember, Governor Cox said he was wearing the light shorts and maroon shirt. The implication.
I agree with you, Great Red, but at the end of the day, like he definitely did reignite everything. And by the way, speaking of reigniting, I am hoping to reignite our passion in my own town by appearing at the college on October 3rd from 7 to 8:30. I will be live streaming that if you want to see me speak at my college. So much love to everybody who's in here. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button with the notification bell and double tap that screen. It only takes 2 seconds to double tap that screen. Show some love and support. And join the family, man. Join the community. We're on the road to 10,000 subs, man.
Here,
comment where you're from down below. Comment what you think about all this stuff down below. I guess the Patsy supposedly had CP on his phone, allegedly. So, I mean, shit's getting kind of weird. Let's go. Amen. Great ride. Jesus is king. God bless.
being that maybe he came to come scout things, to check things out. At first, this is him, but then he comes back in the black outfit. This is missing from the indictment, and I'm wondering why. What is the explanation for that? That would be a part of it if you were scouting the shooting. Now they're just like, let's jump into the guy that is wearing black, and we're not going to give you footage. We're going to tell you that this is him, and you can assume that he slowly walked up this staircase and was obscuring his face from view. Okay. Then it tells us that a camera later captures the suspect as he runs across the roof. He gets into the shooting position, and then immediately after the shot was fired, we know that he runs across carrying an item.
I think it's because our minds are on sync
with a rifle. The suspect is then seen climbing down the roof. He appears to drop the item that he was carrying as he hits the ground in a controlled fall. He then picks up the item and runs toward the northeast end of the campus. It tells us that's how they then expand their crime scene investigation. They followed his escape path to the northeast end of the campus, where they believe the suspect left campus and entered a wooded area. In that wooded area, investigators found.
I want you guys to watch this video when he jumps down and he runs over. Watch, just pay attention.
A bolt action rifle wrapped in a towel. So again, there was no disassembly. It's wrapped in a towel. Presumably, that's how he covered it while he was running. The rifle contained 1 spent round and 3 unspent rounds. This is consistent with the facts officers observed at the time.
See, and I didn't see no rifle on him when he jumped off that roof. I ain't good cap. Like, I don't know if I've zoomed in on it a million times. You guys can tell me where it was. And you tell me he took it apart, ran away to woods, and put it back together, and just, I don't know, y'all. This is just wild. Then he went and had this whole text thread. Like, remember, guys, everything is scripted. 100% great ride. Much love. If you're new to the channel, make sure you guys double tap that screen. It takes 2 seconds to double tap that screen. Just don't break your phone so you can keep watching me. And make sure you guys share the video, show some love and support. Hit the notification bell so you can always be part of every single live. And yeah, comment down below what's happening.
And immediately after the shooting, there were no shell casings that were found on the roof, suggesting a bolt action rather than an auto-loading weapon, and only a single round was fired. Okay. Then they tell us what was actually inscribed. And these are essentially memes. Hey, fascist, catch, says one on one cartridge. You've got notices bulge.
You know, it's kind of funny that he mentions fascists and all that, but he's using a Mauser. I mean, right? It's kind of funny. Anything, the other side has a lot of fascists on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just wild. What'd this guy do? He's the epitome.
What's this on another cartridge? Oh, Bella Ciao, Bella Ciao, Bella Ciao, Ciao, Ciao. On a third.
And if you guys don't know what Bella Ciao is, oh, Bella Ciao, it is a fascism song from back then during World War II or something. I think it was like a French person made it. It's about fascism, all that other stuff. You can look it up.
Cartridge. And on the fourth cartridge, it reads, if you read this, you are gay, LMAO. Okay, they detailed that. The rifle, the ammunition rounds, and the towel were then sent for forensic processing.
Hey, man, we need to get those likes up. We just need 3 more beautiful people. Double tap that screen. Let's get to 10 likes, man. It only takes 2 seconds to double tap that screen. Show some love and support, man. Let's try and get to 20 to 30 likes before I get off, man. It only takes just, 3 more beautiful people need to double tap that screen.
And that the DNA was consistent with Robinson that was found on the trigger and other parts of the rifle, the fired cartridge casing, and 2 of the 3 unfired cartridges and the towel. Okay. They were able to immediately locate the shooter. They were unable, to immediately locate the shooter. So that's when they published the photos of the shooter from their surveillance, and they asked for the public's help. Now we're going to get a little bit more of a narrative change, right? They tell us that as they continued their investigation on September 11th, Tyler James Robinson then walked in to the Washington County Sheriff's Office, and he is accompanied by his parents and a family friend to turn himself in. Okay. Now, again, he didn't confess yet, but he's here to turn himself in. Robinson's mother stated the following to police, that on September 11th,
just need 1 more beautiful person. Double tap that screen. We're at 10 likes, man. Let's go.
the day after the shooting, she saw the photo of the shooter in the news and thought that the shooter looked like
Try and
her
get to
son.
15 likes. We just need
She
6.
then called
Let's try and get to 15 likes. We just need 6 more beautiful people to double tap that screen. Let's get to 15 likes, man. God bless everybody. Hope everybody's having a good work week. Love y'all. Let's go. And hit that subscribe button. Join the family on the road to 10,000 subs.
her son and asked him where he was. He said he was at home sick and that he had also been homesick on yesterday, September 10th, when the shooting occurred. Robinson's mother expressed concern to her husband that the suspected shooter looked like Robinson. So she's calling her husband and she's going, hey, this kind of looks like our son. And then his father agrees that looks like their son. So Robinson's mother explained to the officers that over the last year or so, Robinson had become increasingly more political. He had started to lean more left. He was becoming more pro-gay and more trans-right oriented. That Robinson began to date his roommate, which is a biological male who was transitioning genders. We're going to get to him in a second. This resulted in several discussions with family members, but especially between Robinson and his father, who have very different political views. In one conversation before the shooting,
hey man,
Robinson mentioned that...
Hey guys, I just need 6 more beautiful people. Just double tap that screen. Let's try and get to 15 likes, man. I keep covering this stuff with y'all, man. I love everybody who supports me. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell. Just double tap screen. It only takes 2 seconds to... Try and get to 20 likes, man. Much love to everybody.
Charlie Kirk would be holding this event at UVU, which Robinson said was a stupid venue for the event. Robinson accused Kirk of spreading hate. Robinson's father reported that when his wife showed him that surveillance image of a suspected shooter in the news, he agreed that it looked like their son. He also believed that the rifle that the...
Thank you for bringing such good vibes. Great ride. I appreciate that, man. God bless you. Amen. And make sure you guys double tap that screen, man. Let's try and get 20 likes, man. We got 20 people in here. Let's run it up. It only takes 2 seconds to double tap that screen, man. Show some love and support, man. We're under 10,000 subs, man. Double tap the screens, man. Show some love and support, man. What y'all think? Let me know down below what y'all think about this guy apparently having CP on his phone, the little patsy guy, allegedly.
Police had suspected the shooter had used matched a rifle that was given to his son as a gift. And as a result, he then contacts his son and asks him to send a photo of the rifle that was gifted to him. Robinson did not respond to that. However, Robinson's father spoke on the phone with Tyler at that moment, and Tyler implied that he planned to take his own life. Now, his parents were then able to convince him to meet at their home, not to do that. And as they discussed the situation, Robinson implied is the word they use here, that he was the shooter, and stated that he could not go to jail and that he just wanted to end things. When asked why he did it, Robinson explained that there was too much evil and that this guy, Charlie Kirk, spreads too much hate. They talked about Robinson turning himself in, and they convinced Robinson to speak with a family friend who happens to be a retired deputy sheriff. And at Robinson's father's request, the family friend met with Robinson and his parents, and they convinced Robinson to turn himself in. Okay. Again, he did not confess, but he turned himself in. And they then detail that they tell him, hey, look, also bring in any clothes that you used because you don't want the police to then have to search the property of your parents. So anything that you use, you need to bring over. Okay.
They're going to search it anyway. I mean, I don't get it. Like, if they want to search it, they're going to search it. Regardless if you bring in the clothes you're wearing or not, they're going to want to search it. Does not matter.
That doesn't exactly make sense because Robinson is living with his trans boyfriend, but that is apparently Robinson replies that at that moment that he had disposed of clothes in different area. So they're looking into that. Okay. Now we're getting to the roommate portion, which is very interesting to me. And I will tell you why. It's interesting to me because I obviously have had a lot of tips. I've had a lot of
Like I said, man, I just need 6 more beautiful people to double tap that screen. Only takes 2 seconds to double jab that screen, man. Let's get to 16 or the 15 likes. Let's try and get to 20 likes, but small goals, little steps turn to big steps, big achievements. Let's go.
Conversations with people that knew both of these individuals. When I say both, I'm referring to Tyler Robinson, who is being indicted, but also his boyfriend, who has not been indicted. And the conversation that I am having is that Tyler's classmates and the neighborhood are very shocked that Tyler would be, first and foremost, involved in this at all. So right away, they told me, no way this guy is wearing the same outfit from 33 hours ago because he was very tidy. He sort of kept to himself, but he worked with his hands and he was kind of a good person. There were no signs here. Like this appears to them to be like, this is a very good family and that there were certain narratives out there that didn't make sense to them. Like they could not compute them as it pertained to Tyler Robinson. Okay. And they're saying there's no way if like they're not saying he couldn't have been involved. I very, very much want to be clear. I believe that Tyler Robinson was involved on the basis of this evidence, but rather that there's no way he could have acted alone, that this had to be a part of some wider plot. Okay. And when I'm speaking to people that are close to this situation, what they are shocked about is the fact that only Tyler could have been arrested because it's a different perspective when it comes to Tyler's trans boyfriend, okay? Tyler's trans boyfriend's name is Lance Twiggs, and they are very shocked. In fact, the people that are intimately involved in the situation are saying, we thought he was definitely going to get charged because apparently, and again, I'm going to say this, allegedly, he had been arrested or taken in.
Oh my God, bro. I just got the meanest cramp in my hamstring, bro. That almost turned into a disaster. I just had to explain why I just fucking passed out right there.
The same day. Now, the media narrative is that guy was being really cooperative. He had nothing to do with anything. Okay, we're going to go through that. And again, I'm going to tell you what his family is saying. I'm referring now to Lance Twiggs. Let's get to what the indictment tells us about him.
For real.
Police interviewed Robinson's roommate, a biological male who was involved in a romantic relationship with Robinson. The roommate told police that he had received messages from Tyler Robinson about the shooting, and he provided those messages to police. And then it goes on, describing those messages. On September 10th, 2025, oh wait, they're not telling us the time. I don't like that. I hope that's just you forgot, but I need to know exactly when you're saying these messages were sent, okay? Because I need to fit them into my timeline. Okay.
Yeah, that is kind of weird that there is no time. Like they just December 25th, this happened. That is not ever how police write that stuff. They're always completely detailed because they have to be, especially for court purposes.
Clearly, on the basis of what I'm about to read, these messages had to have gone out after Charlie Kirk was shot.
Make sure you beautiful people just double tap that screen. I just need 6 more beautiful people to double tap that screen right now. I was trying to get to 15 likes. Much love.
I'm using my context clues, my Blue's clues to put things together, but they're not clear here. They just say on September 10th, 2025, no time given, the roommate received a text message from Robinson which said, quote, "Drop what you are doing and look under my keyboard." The roommate, Lance, then looks under his keyboard and he finds a note that states, quote, "I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk and I'm going to take it." The structure of that is weird. I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk and I'm going to take it. Okay. That's just structurally, that's not proper English. Okay. It's either I have, okay, or I had, past tense. Again, not clear. Police found a photograph of this note and the following text exchange then took place.
See, but like, what is the point of you have a note under a keyboard and then you're texting your T-boy and saying, "Hey, look under the keyboard," as like a mysterious note is supposed to be found. And like, bro, this just sounds way too scripted to me.
After reading that note, the roommate texts Tyler and he says, "What? You're joking, right?" Robinson writes, "I'm still okay, my love, but I am stuck in a REM for a little while longer yet. Shouldn't be long until I can come home, but I gotta grab my rifle still. To be honest, I had hoped to keep this secret till I died of old age."
Let me know in the chat what you guys think about these text messages right now. Like, I want your opinion in the chat. What do you guys think about the way that these text entries are written? Like, to me, it's just too scripted sounding.
"I am sorry
Who
to
talks
involve
like
you."
this?
The roommate replies, "You weren't the one who did it, right?" Robinson replies,
Like, it literally sounds like something that would be read off in a movie. Like, "Oh, I'm still okay, my love, but I'm sick of Orium for a while. For a little while longer yet. Shouldn't be long until I can come home, but I gotta grab my rifle still. To be honest, I just hope to keep this secret till I died of old age. I am sorry to involve you." Like, bro, that's fucking crazy.
I'm sorry." The roommate replies,
You're completely right on the second sentence, Great Red.
"I thought they caught the
I
person."
need you beautiful people to double tap that screen, man. Go ahead, double tap that screen. We just need 5 more beautiful people to double tap that screen. Let's get to 15 likes. Let's go.
Robinson replies, "No, they grabbed some crazy old dude, then interrogated someone in similar clothing. I had planned to grab my rifle from my drop point shortly after, but most of that side of town got locked down. It's quiet, almost enough to get out, but there's one vehicle still lingering." The roommate says, "Why?" Robinson says, "Why did I do it?" Roommate says, "Yeah." Robinson says, "I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out. If I am able to grab my rifle unseen, I will have left no evidence. Going to attempt to retrieve it again. Hopefully, they have moved on. I haven't seen anything about them finding it." The roommate says, "How long have you been planning this?" Robinson says, "A bit over a week, I believe. I can get close to it," referring to the rifle, "but there's a squad car parked right by it. I think they already swept that spot, but I don't want to chance it." Robinson says, "I'm wishing I had circled back and grabbed it as soon as I got to my vehicle."
So he's like talking like in real time. Like, you gotta think, like, what is he just talking to this T-boy in real time while he's trying to hide from the feds after doing this to Charlie, trying to escape? Like, to me, this just sounds weird.
"I'm worried what my old man would do if I didn't bring back grandpa's rifle. I don't know if it had a serial number, but it wouldn't trace to me. I worry about prints. I had to leave it in a bush where I changed outfits. Didn't have the ability or time to bring it with."
Great ride. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Can't wait to start going live on Rumble next. We can talk about that aspect more. But for now on YouTube, I gotta just try and keep it as regular as I can for the regular folk, you know? 5 more beautiful people just need to double tap that screen. Let's get to 15 likes. Hit the subscribe button. Join the See Me Now family. We are on the road to 10,000 subs. Help me get there. God bless everybody.
I might
God bless
have to
America.
abandon it and hopefully they don't find prints. How the F will I explain losing it to my old man. Only
How would I explain losing it to my old man, but it's my grandpa's rifle? Hopefully I don't leave prints, but it's my grandpa's rifle. Are you dumb? Like, this just is ridiculous. Like, at this point, like, how can they expect us not to wake up at this point? Like, for God's sake. 4 more beautiful people just need to double tap that screen. Let's get to 50 likes. Thank you for the likes. Say what's up in the chat. Don't be afraid, man. Welcome to the family. Hit the subscribe button, man. Join the fastest, most positive community group on YouTube.
thing I left was the rifle wrapped in a towel. What? You're worried about explaining losing the rifle to your father, not worried that you left the rifle and therefore it's obviously going to be found out. Like the only thing that you left was the murder weapon. This is weird. This chain is weird to me. It's weird to me that we don't know what time. I don't know what he means. Where is he stuck here, guys? Do you have a clue here? I'm stuck in a REM for a little while longer. It shouldn't be long until I can come home. Is it a typo? I should have asked you guys. Okay, that's the town. Okay, that's the town. I'm stuck here for a little while longer. It shouldn't be long until I can come home, but I got to grab my rifle still. So is this happening during lockdown? He tells him to check under and to see, check.
What's crazy too is during the lockdown when they got that, alleged patsy, right? The alleged distraction. I mean, it's crazy that he could have still been lingering around, but like no one's seen him, no camera, no, like they're not releasing. Like, to me, it's just crazy. This is all just, to me, just wild. I think anyone that can critically think thinks that this thing stinks. God bless everybody. We need 3 more beautiful people just to double tap that screen. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for giving me your time. And hopefully you join the family and hit the subscribe button. God bless everybody. Love you.
Under quickly and see, and I took care of it, and he's where? And now he's giving him an accounting of exactly what's taken place, which means if this is right after and they're still in lockdown, he's monitoring the situation? Because this is going to give us a timeline, whether they tell us when these messages happened or not. The fact that he already knows that they grabbed some crazy old dude and that they also interrogated someone in similar clothing, we're going to be able to go back and plot exactly when that happened, or at least when the public was informed. Because this whole correspondence is very strange to me. It's very strange to me. He then is even more explicit, talk about trying to cover your tracks, but then explicitly texting everything to your lover. He says, the only thing I left was the rifle wrapped in a towel. Remember how I was engraving bullets? The effing messages.
I remember this kid supposedly graduated with the scholarship, completely was #1 on ACT. Like, it wasn't no dumb guy. So I don't know why it's such a dumb trail of evidence, This doesn't make sense to me.
Are mostly a meme. If I see notices bulge on Fox News, I might have a stroke. All right, I'm going to have to leave it. That really effing sucks. Okay, so if this is our guy, we're not done. Let's finish. That really sucks. He's got to leave it. And then he says, judging from today, I'd say grandpa's gun does just fine. I think that was a $2,000 scope. And then he does a winky face. And then he tells him, delete this exchange. And then Robinson says, my dad wants photos of the rifle. He says, grandpa wants to know who has what. The feds released a photo of the rifle, and it is very unique. He's calling me right now, not answering. So his dad's calling him. Okay, well, the dad, this is interesting. When is this text chain taking place? Okay, because we just heard that, the dad, they figured it out the next day. They're making it sound like this all happened back to back. Is this happening over 2 days? Why not tell us this instantly so I can work it into my timeline? Okay, are these messages day 1? And then what? They had no correspondence at all until he jumps right back in and says, my dad's calling me. Where were you when your dad called you? You guys live together. Why are you texting at all? Why didn't this kid immediately call? If they're in lockdown and he needs to go back and get his rifle, right? This kid could have, and I'm speaking about Lance, could have contacted immediately and said, I'm getting a confession right now.
That's facts. I see 3 more beautiful people. Just double tap that screen. Let's get to 15 likes. And if we can, let's get to 20 likes, man. It only takes 2 seconds to double tap that screen, man. Show some beautiful, beautiful love up in this place, man. It's only positive in my community. Join the See Me Now community by hitting the subscribe button with the notification bell so you can always be a part of every single live stream. Come vibe with your boy, join the family. Double tap that screen, man. Show some love. Let's go.
I don't like that we are not being told the exact timestamp of these messages because, my timeline demands it. To close loop on how this enters, again, not knowing when this happened, Robinson says, my dad wants photos of the rifle. He says, Grandpa wants to know who has what. The feds released a photo, and it's very unique. He's calling me right now, not answering. Robinson says, well, since Trump got into office, my dad has been pretty diehard MAGA. Robinson says, I'm going to turn myself in willingly. One of my neighbors is here. He is a deputy for the sheriff. Robinson says, you are all I worry about, love. I'm much more worried. The roommate says, Lance says, I'm much more worried about you. Robinson says, don't talk to the media, please. Don't take any interviews or make any comments. If any police ask you questions, ask for a lawyer and stay silent. How you guys feeling about that? Yeah. Mark is going to jump on and say something. Go ahead, Mark. Yeah, he's the guy that's always in my ear.
Not always. I just noticed that around some of these exchanges, there's ellipses above them.
You're breaking up a little bit. What'd you say?
Around some of these exchanges, there's ellipses above. If you look really closely,
yeah,
and it looks like they're cherry picking certain exchanges. So that my dad is super MAGA just comes out of nowhere because they picked it from a totally different part of the conversation.
Yeah, these messages are clearly doctored, is what I would say. They're doctored. Now, they could decide why they're doing that. Tyler's being forthcoming. We're protecting him in some capacity. I find that to be unacceptable. Okay? Unacceptable. I want every single text message. I want timestamps. It is conspicuous that you are not telling us when this was sent because it sounds like it's when the...
All right, guys, I got literally 20 or 10 more minutes, 15 more minutes, then I got to go. Make sure you guys double tap that screen. Can we get 3 more beautiful people to double tap that screen, show some love and support, hit the subscribe button, join the family so you can be on with me next time. I appreciate everybody for sharing your time with me. I love covering stuff. I love talking to you guys. I love, just the community is growing. We're on the road to 10,000 subs. Let's continue. 3 more beautiful people. Just double tap that screen. God bless you guys.
Campus is on lockdown. And he's got to go back and he's got to clean up. And then all of a sudden we're in the next day.
Thank you for being here.
When
Anna.
his dad is getting clued in after the picture's been released. They're not telling us that. Okay. And you have a right to be a little bit uncomfortable about that because I'm a lot of bit uncomfortable about that. We need full answers. Further to that point, I have found this strange from the beginning that for whatever reason, we're not hearing too much about this Lance guy other than like he's been extremely cooperative. He's handed over his messages. I'm not implying that Lance was involved. I am implying that it's weird that we're not hearing more about him, right? You're telling me he lived with the guy. You're telling me us now that he's been texting with the guy about his plans. They're in love. Is nobody interested in learning more about this character? Okay, so Tyler's people are saying Tyler's a good kid. People around Tyler, classmates are telling me he's a good kid. So I go into our tips box and it turns out that actually Lance Twiggs' family has tried to reach out to me over the weekend. Obviously, I was in a very aggrieved state and I was not prepared to even accept that Charlie Kirk was not on this earth, okay? And I realized that they're saying to me, like, we want to speak with you. And there's more than one family member that has reached out because we trust you and we don't trust the media. Good by me. They are, it sounds to me, a very good family. They're absolutely horrified by what has happened. And they are similarly perplexed by there not being more out there about the person he was living with, especially because what they told me, and I can tell you this exclusively, is that the house that Tyler Robinson was living in with Lance is owned by them. Tyler Robinson is paying rent to them. Okay, so they know Lance, obviously, and I'm going to cushion this with allegedly. It isn't allegedly that this is his family members telling me these details, but it is definitely, allegedly what they say until we can hear
you guys keep listening.
Both sides. Okay, I'm going to pull this up because I took notes regarding Lance because I want to know everything. Okay. Lance, they told us, went to live with his relatives, so no longer in the house with his mother and father. Again, allegedly, his parents kicked him out junior year of high school because he was problematic. He just had issues. And at that time when they kicked him out, that wasn't exactly what they are saying.
2 more likes, guys. 2 more likes. 2 more beautiful people. Just hit that like button so we can get the 15 likes before I get off. I got 5 more minutes, 6 more minutes before I got to go. Like you guys know, I always try and bring you guys the best content, cover the newest stuff when I'm on my lunch. That's the best time I can do it. Being a single father, I try and take at least an hour, hour and a half on my lunch so I can go ahead and bring you guys some content, bring you guys some news. If I can get on later, I can get on later. But much appreciated everybody being here. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you're spending time with me. I love you guys, especially Anna, Reginald, everybody else. I got love, so much love for you guys. I'm so grateful. We're on the road to 10,000 subs, man. So let's keep running it up. 2 more beautiful people. Just double tap that screen. Let's try and get the 15, 20 likes before I gotta go. Much love.
Legal for them to have done that. But again, he went to live with relatives and he has issues. They say that he allegedly has a lot of issues with drinking. That Christmas, approximately 3 years ago, he almost overdosed. He drank a bottle of vodka. They are telling me that they were there. They were present for this. And fear began to spread about whether or not even the family would be able to take care of him because of issues that he was having. Okay, he graduates high school and then essentially the extended family says, you know, we can't keep you in our home because of his behavior. Just this past Easter Sunday, they are telling me that he.
And my bad if you guys see me stretching, looking all crazy. My back is killing me today. Like I got a limp. Appreciate you, Anna. I don't know about that, but definitely, I think it's the other way around. Much love though.
He showed up on drugs and he was spouting out of his mouth
I
about
appreciate you
political
guys.
stuff. And at this point, they felt that he could not be around children, that they felt that he had become increasingly more radical, increasingly more dangerous, and just sort of off the rails. They said that they're unhappy that the media is presenting him in this like manner, like he's just this kind of like soft guy, or like, you know, a person that was just transitioning. There's like nothing problematic. There's no prodding. They don't buy the story. Okay. Lance's family is telling me that they are not buying the current story and that they feel that more people are involved. First and foremost, they say that a lot of information should be able to be discerned by his devices because he was, according to them, deep web. Okay. This is the person that is deep on the internet. They said that
He's probably one of those types of people who's on Blue Sky and shit. Fucking in the depths of Twitter and Reddit. Like dark web type shit.
he was quite reclusive, that he was always
Allegedly.
on his devices, that he's always on the web, and that there should be more information that comes from there. Okay. He turned 22, they told me, back in August, and that he was, as I said, very into this dark web stuff. I asked what he was doing for work. Like, how are they even
2 more likes, y'all. 2 more beautiful people. Just gotta double tap the screen. Just get it done, man. 15 likes. Let's go.
able to pay you guys rent? And they told me that he was doing some plumbing work with somebody else in the family. They told us that Tyler and him had been living together for at least a year, that they had not met Tyler, despite the fact that Lance had wanted to foster that meeting, that the two of them, this couple, Tyler and Lance, were living in that townhome that is owned by Lance's family, and that Tyler was paying rent to Lance. And Lance then, of course, was forwarding that payment to them. Now, I had asked them about another persistent rumor that is arriving in my inbox, which people are saying who live in the neighborhood, that they noticed some unusual traffic. And this individual family member said to me, yup, we are hearing the exact same thing, that they would prod that narrative further. But there was some unusual traffic, a lot of cars that were seen outside leading up to the shooting, in the days before the shooting or the week before this shooting. I'll straighten out that timeline for you and get real specific, because I will pin down when exactly this was happening. But leading up to the shooting, that there were unusual traffic in the driveway where Tyler Robinson and Lance lived. Cars that were not recognized in the neighborhood. This was not a couple that hosted people. It wasn't like they were expecting them to have parties. And so other people are saying that that is something that struck them as odd. There was unusual traffic at this house in the weeks leading up to this shooting. And again, I will perfect that timeline of exactly when. And I have gone out to people for evidence of that. But there were apparently lots of different license plates, and it therefore caused a little neighborhood, kerfluffle, because other people were not able to park their cars because there were so many people that were at this house. Unusual traffic. Again, we are prodding that narrative. We are taking a look
more
at
beautiful
everybody,
people need to double tap that
because
screen, man.
if I don't feel good about what we're hearing, okay, and Lance Twig's family doesn't feel good about what we're hearing, and we've got Decoy Boy, who's apparently involved in some deep internet stuff, I would say is a fair way to describe it. Decoy Boy, okay, George Zinn. There's more people involved. That's what I'm going to say to you guys. There is very clearly more people involved, okay? This feels to me like a conspiracy. And am I emotionally invested in this? Yes. Somebody said something to, you're unstable. Yeah, you know what? You're right. I have been destabilized by watching Charlie Kirk catch a bullet in his neck and then being gaslit and told nothing to see here. We've got people all around him that are telling little lies. I don't like this. Okay. This doesn't feel.
This is where she kind of goes in, guys. Make sure you guys double tap that screen, man. I'm bringing good content. Double tap that screen, man. Show some love and support. 2 more beautiful people, 2 more God created beautiful people. Just need to double tap that screen so we can get to 15 likes, man. Much love.
Clean to me. I need timestamps. If
Gotta
you're
let
going
my
to be
dogs in.
transparent,
I'll be
be
back.
transparent. I'm not saying that you're being dishonest, that you have these text messages. I am saying that I need them in my timeline. Okay. And it is just weird that you're giving exact times about certain things. And then suddenly you're like, you know what? We don't need to be so exact anymore. And we can just extrapolate what we need to tell the public a certain narrative. Okay. We, the public, don't need a narrative. We need every single plausible detail. If we are ever going to regain any trust in the authorities, post-Epstein world. Okay. We're living in a post-Epstein world. It doesn't fly with us. That's not it, you guys. I have more to tell you. I am going to, I guess, at first, let's get through some ads, and we're going to get into Bill Ackman's, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just wandering excuse or wandering answer to our episode yesterday, which really didn't say anything.
She's super crazy. Everybody's talking about Charlie. Well, yeah, I mean, RIP Charlie, no matter what anyone's views are, he didn't deserve it. And I think people should be talking about Charlie. I think people should be talking about it. I think people should be talking about how there's people lying behind the scenes, billionaires lying behind the scenes. Bill Ackman, Bill, whatever his name, Bill Sackman, whatever the fuck, offering up $1 million for the reward, but yet flipped out on him on the last meeting because he didn't want to fold into the pressure of going back to them boys' country and taking more money. So Bill Ackman flipped out on him. And then when he got hit, he ended up tweeting something nice and wouldn't respond while she's calling everybody out. I mean, it just stinks. I think people should be talking about it. Double tap that screen, guys. Show us some love and support. 2 more likes, and we will get to 15. And I'm gonna get off here in a couple seconds. So I'd love to get to 15 likes before I get off. So much love to you guys. All right, Anna. You have a good rest of your day as well. I will. Love you too, Anna. You have a blessed night, blessed evening. Stay safe, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. You know I always appreciate you and love you, girl.
And I've got more people reaching out to us, people that were at the event, people that were at Turning Point USA. We got some questions to ask, and I'm going to ask all of them because guess what? I don't take money from donors. So you got a problem here. I don't want your money. I don't need your money. What I want and I need is the truth. First and foremost, you guys, I'm telling you about preborn because every heartbeat tells 100% money that are making frantic calls trying to politic this situation under control because they know I'm telling the truth. Okay. Frantic calls from Seth Dillon. Oh my God. The truth is that Charlie was under immense pressure and he was facing financial threats over his shifting stance on Israel, over who he was hosting, from his podcast to people that were on stage at America Fest, Dave Smith, Tucker Carlson. That is reality, my friends. Again, want those people to know your money means nothing to me. I already said no to it. That's why I don't care to be in those circles. Make me persona non grata. I know what I did wrong. I looked you in your face and I said no to your money. Okay. Don't push me or I will name more names. What happens in the Hamptons is not going to stay in the Hamptons. Okay. Bring in our movie poster. I know what you did this summer. Okay. Got to add Josh Hammer's face to that poster as well, because suddenly everybody's talking. So let's buckle up for some more indisputable facts. Okay. People that were at
2 more
this
likes, man. 2 more
weekend
likes. Let's get to 15
soiree,
likes, y'all.
in which Aaron Wexler sent out some
2
of the
more beautiful people need to
invitations
like the video, man.
to, they're confirming that Charlie was pressed. Now, this was a multi-day weekend, but they're all like, yeah, no, at every layer, Charlie was facing pressure, questions from Seth Dillon. There's no way around that truth that they were not happy with his position, his modified position. I have it on first person account that on the first day of the retreat, of which there were smaller meetings that took place, and then the retreat itself, Charlie presented and he explained that he felt that it was wrong that he couldn't publicly criticize Israel. He apparently used an example that if he tweeted, and again, we're riffing here, but something along the lines of Charlie said, if I tweeted, I think that Bibi Netanyahu should resign, that he would then be unfairly attacked. And Seth Dillon then allegedly pipes up and goes back and forth with him quite aggressively, saying yeah, because that would be anti-Semitic. I heard that after Charlie left, Josh Hammer was upset. Josh Hammer, I know for a fact, was a part of the beehive that was swarming him about people that he was having at his conferences. I know for a fact. So if you'd like to dispute that, Josh Hammer, and release your text messages and pretend that you were just chill and supportive and thumbs up, cool. I welcome you on this platform. Okay. You are allowed to literally sit next to me and say, that isn't reality. And here's how it all went down when I was the greatest supporter and I never cared about who he had, even though I got destroyed in debate by Dave Smith on his stage. I was cool with that. I love free speech. It's amazing. Okay. I am offering you my platform to do that. I'm not here. I'm not in the business of smearing. Okay. I need answers. And I don't like the fact that people are telling small lies.
All right, guys. I got to get back to work. I would like if 2 more beautiful people just like the video so I can leave it 15 likes, man. As you know, I always try and bring you the best content, show you guys love and bring you my time. So thank you guys for whoever supported. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, double tap that screen, hit the notification bell as well. Show some love and support, man. Today was a good stream. I might try and get on later again so we can finish this video. I definitely want to finish this one. So yeah. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. I hope everybody has a fantastic rest of their Wednesday. 2 more days, and it's Friday, and it's the weekend. So let's go, man. Let's continue to work hard, continue to be on this grind, continue to push the line, continue to do it up, continue to get what's mine, continue to go up. Let's go, guys, on the road to 10K. Like I said, man, I appreciate every single one of you guys. So, yeah, man, shit's just crazy. I'm not going to lie. At the end of the day, I just hope what happens, I hope everybody I don't know. I hope everybody gets what they deserve and gets what they need, and I hope the truth comes out. And yeah, one more person just needs to like the video. We'll get 15. Come on, before I leave, can we get 15 likes? Yeah, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, man. I will be on later. We are gonna finish this live stream, finish the video. So yeah, again, I appreciate it. I gotta get back to work because, like I said, I'm on that work grind and that social media grind. So as soon as I get on lunch, I come on here. As you know, I'm a single father, so sometimes this is the best time to do it. So you guys can have my undivided attention, because when my kids are here, they kind of have it. So, all right, guys, I'll see you guys there. We will finish the stream, finish the video, but for now, thank you for being here. God bless you guys. Hit the subscribe button. Join the See Me Now Media family. We're on the road to 10K. Hit the like button. I'm out.